I can't really see the sheesh. I hate when that happens. I can't really see the I have to move us all the way into the shade. It's hard for me to see the screen when I'm looking from the shade into the it's like when you playing baseball. Anyway, we got a couple of things to talk about. I'm gonna wait for the room to get filled back up a little bit. First thing I'm gonna say is this: we talking about Errol Spence Jr. And this is why I say I believe that Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer. Why I'm Floyd Mayweather, he's just one of the greatest, if not the greatest boxer of all time. And this is one of the reasons. Y'all don't understand how much damage a person actually. We're gonna move down the block. Give me 1 second. Y'all don't understand how much damage a person actually goes through. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Y'all don't understand how much damage a person actually goes through sometimes. When we're talking about the craft of boxing, it's not really a sport. But when we're talking about boxing, I don't think people really understand how much damage these. There we go. That's what happened. I don't think I needed that. I don't think people. Hey, what's up? All right, chilling. I don't think people. Huh. I don't think people really understand how much damage these boxers go through. It's very seldom does a boxer reach the end of his career without having some type of long-term damage that they have to deal with. So with that being said, this is absent any type of car accidents or anything like that. With that being said, I want you to understand 2 things. One, Errol Spence Jr. was in 3 car accidents. That's the first thing I want to let y'all know. He was in 3. He was in 1 car accident where I believe he didn't actually do anything. He just got rear-ended. He was in another car accident where I believe somebody else was driving and the situation happened. And he was in the car accident that we all know about when the car flipped over like 3 times. Now, I don't know which one of y'all has ever been in a car accident. I've been in a car accident. I was in a car accident. My shit almost flipped. I can't even explain. Like, give me a second. I'll discuss all of the bullshit that people are putting into the chat that don't make sense. Give me a second. So I was in a car accident. And I'm going to tell you this. It took like 2 years for my neck to recover. Obviously, I don't have the people working with me like he got working with him. But it took like 2 years for my neck to recover. I think it took a little bit longer than 2 years, to be honest with you. I had neck problems for the longest. I had a little bit of back issues. To this day, I still got a little bit of back issues. I don't really talk about it none. I don't tell nobody about my car accident, nothing. Basically, I was driving, and the car I was in, the front axle was damaged. So the wheel was out of alignment. So basically what happened when I was driving, and I was speeding to go somewhere, I ain't gonna cap. But I wasn't speeding, but I was driving, right? I was driving quickly. I was on the FDR. When the wheels left the road, since the front alignment was fucked up, when the wheels, you know how the cars just go doo-doo, doo-doo. When it went like that, doo-doo, the wheels left the road, the front alignment was effed up. So when it came back down, when the car jumped up and it came back down, the wheels didn't come down straight. The wheels came down crooked to the side. So it popped up, the wheels came down crooked, and the shit just slid me off to the side. If I wasn't in a family member's car, and I don't really even think I wasn't even speeding. But if I wasn't in a family member's car, a motherfucker like that should be getting sued. Because that car shouldn't have been on the road, to be honest with you. And the person's car who I was using, I probably saved their life. Have a beautiful day. The person who car was using, I probably saved their life. To be honest with you. Because it was just a matter of time. Shorty was fine. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just a matter of time. I'll answer these questions in the chat real quick, and then I'll tell y'all what's going on. So somebody says, what is a good force of medical details as it relates to the athlete? Now, once again, the doctor that saw this saw the athlete and said that with his observation, for everybody that don't know, you know, doctors have the ability to observe you, and pretty much since they've been doing something for a certain amount of years, they have the ability to observe you, and through observation they can tell whether there's something wrong or not. And especially a doctor who has been doing something, let's say 20, 30 years, I would assume that they would know what neurological damage has to deal with, since one of the main ways that they test neurological damage, oh shoot, is by looking into your eyes. So I don't know what this is. It looks like it's some kind of butterfly, but it's not. I tried to pick him up, but he just yoinked up out of there. So, what up, Iris? So yeah, neurological damage. The guy's saying that he has neurological damage. That's one. Two, you literally get neurological damage when you're in a car accident. So for somebody to say, why can't I look at their medical reports? They was in a car accident. You don't think their brain got injured? They was in a car accident with a car flipped like 3 times. You don't think their brain got injured? You think that a seatbelt and a airbag is going to prevent you from getting any kind of brain injury when your car flipped like 4 times? At some point, y'all have to know that these people that put these comments in the chat, like, how can you even... I don't even want to say nothing, because then people are going to say I'm insulting individuals that's coming here that's saying shit that don't make no sense. So I don't really want to say nothing. Hello. So I don't want to say nothing, because I don't want to insult. But fam, you in the car flipped 3 times. You going over like 100 miles an hour. You don't think the person got some kind of brain damage? You don't think the person got some kind of brain damage? You don't think brain damage is existing? They was in the car, flipped like 3. Hey, what's up? All right. They was in the car, flipped like 3, 4 times. You don't think they got? You think they just fine? They just popped up out of the whip and shit. They went to go get some Twizzlers. Niggas is retarded. Niggas is retarded, man. Hell. Yeah, I just kicked you, fam. I don't know what y'all trying to do. So, this is why I wanted to have the video more than anything else. We got to protect our boxes. So, dude knew he had brain damage problems. Anybody want to know how I knew dude knew? I'll give y'all a second if we got anybody in here. I don't know who we have in here. Probably we got some of the bright people in here. Anybody know? I have a question. I have proof that he knows, or that he knew that he had neurological problems. I have proof. He said it out his own mouth, by the way. He also said it out of his own mouth. So for the people that's going to say, I don't have proof, I don't know anything, basically said it out of his own mouth. Tori Mosley says, they all have injuries. That article came out to push for a rematch because Beatz is Crawford's next match. I'm not talking about whether people have injuries. I'm talking about neurological injuries that happen because of a car accident, fam. I'm not talking about just a boxer or an athlete having injuries. All athletes are injured, fam. I've been an athlete my whole entire life. I had a baseball field in my backyard, fam. Not a whole field. We had a batter's box and a pitcher's mound. I've been getting hit with baseballs since I could walk, fam. I'm not talking about injuries. I'm talking about brain injuries specifically. And before anybody act like brain injuries aren't a big deal, don't pretend like the NFL didn't turn the whole entire league around or over because of CTE. Let's not act like because of the CTE issue and or problem that hasn't turned around all of the NFL, who they're trying their hardest not to get sued by past players. Just so we can make sure that we're not going to pretend like brain injuries are nothing. We're not going to pretend like brain injuries are nothing. Something tell me I should go. I've seen some people who I don't trust, right? And then they walk to the corner and then they disappear. So I don't know if they fucking tried to like walk to my house and do something to me and walk to my front door. Some people, like, some people got to do better with their kids, man. Some people really got to do better with their kids, man. Some of y'all just got kids out here that's just terrible people, man. And they're going to grow up to be even worse people, man. And there's going to be a point in history where you're going to want to tell people that your kid is not bad, that they just misunderstood. But they not misunderstood. They just bad kids. They are not misunderstood, fam. Nobody got the story wrong. Everybody's on point. We know what kind of kids you got, fam. You got bad, effed up kids that shouldn't be outside. You need to go find something for them kids to do and teach them some regular fucking... Anyway, so I've seen some just terrible kids. Now, I just feel like I have to walk over to where I live at and look around my house. Because these are just absolute terrible kids. It's terrible people. Give me 1 second. Terrible. It's terrible people. I keep trying to tell y'all, once you do evil to me, I'm not trying to do evil to you, but I'm 100% not trying to be your friend, fam. We can have all the misunderstandings in the world. We can have all the misunderstandings in the world. We could even dislike each other, fam. But once you just go do evil to me for no reason, I didn't do anything to you. And I don't care what kind of bullshit ass reason you make up. Because people like to pretend you did something to them so they have a reason to do evil to you. I don't care about none of that. If I know you just did some evil shit to me and you on top of that you did it for no reason, nah, we can't be cool, fam. There's no coming back from that. And it has nothing to do with forgiving. It has something to do with making sure you never have that opportunity again. Period. It has zero to do with forgiving. I will make sure that you never have that opportunity again. If you lie and say I said something I didn't say, good chances is I'm never gonna talk to you again. That's what it is, fam. So that's the only way to solve the problem. If somebody lies and say you said something you didn't say, only way to solve the problem is never speak to them again. They can never say you said something you never said again. That's how you solve, that's my mind, how you solve the problem. If anybody disagree with me more you want. Anyway, I'm gonna read some comments. The Few says, was this after the fight? I'm gonna say this much, and this is what I mean by a lot of y'all watch these sports, and this isn't to be disrespectful. A lot of y'all watch these sports, but y'all not a part of the sport. So you don't really know, fam. That dude shouldn't have been in that fight. He been walking around with glassy eyes for how many years now? His eyes have been glassy ever since the incident. We've seen him give interviews. You could look in his eyes and tell that tiger ain't there. His eyes have been glassy since who knows how long. In reality, he better be happy he fought Bud Crawford. Imagine if he would have fought somebody who's really out there that they just really, oh man, this is my perfect opportunity to get a super KO, get on Sports Center. He fought somebody that's just gonna, you know what I'm saying, just gonna beat him. He didn't fight nobody that's out there to take his life from him. He's fortunate. You gotta have people out here with consciences. Now, this is another thing I want to say. For freaking Errol Spence's family to be acting up like they were, they know that that man got neurological problems. And they was at that press conference acting up, trying to get that shit riled up. And they knew that they fighter wasn't going to be able to, they family member, not even a fighter, they family member wasn't going to be able to go out there and perform. This is what I mean by stop calling people family, fam. If they was really his family, if they knew that he was going through these problems, they wasn't supposed to let him get in that ring. Fuck the money. We get it. You're 24 years old. You've been spending 10 years, the last 10 years or whatever of your life, trying to get to this dream. You beat everybody. You surpassed everybody in your gym. You surpassed everybody in your town. You that nigga. We get it. So you don't want to give it up. I keep telling people, I get rich, I'm going to live so safe. You have no idea. First of all, the things I want to do ain't even dangerous. So I don't even got to live safe, to be honest with you. I don't want to mountain climb. I don't want to rock climb. I don't want to jump out of planes. I don't want to have people shoot at me so I could test bulletproof armor. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to drive in cars going 100 miles an hour. I don't want to do none of that. Like, I don't want to do any of those. Those are not things that I aspire to go for. I've drove fast cars. I've did 100 dangerous. I've done all of that bullshit already, fam. All of that stuff that these dudes is, that dudes is going and getting caught. I've done all of that already, fam. And there's proof. I got witnesses. I've done all of that already. Not the bulletproof, getting shot at to test the bulletproof vest thing, obviously. But a lot of that other dangerous stuff I've done already, man. That's another, wow. I hope she's all right. It looked like her wrist got cut. They headed to the hospital. Keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all be out here bad-mouthing people who other people fuck with. To the point where even if the lie that you saying was true, they would still fuck with me and they still wouldn't fuck with you. When I saw him initially, after the car accident, I saw him. I didn't think he was gonna fight no more. I didn't think he was gonna fight no more. I thought it was over. I'm just being honest with you. I thought it was over. I didn't think he was gonna fight no more. He didn't look like he should be in the ring. And then they showed a clip of his trainer working with him, doing the pads. So they show his trainer with the pads working with him. And this is what I found interesting. He kept forgetting to put his guard up, man. So they fighting, he keep forgetting to put his guard up. And the trainer got to keep reminding him with the pad to put his guard up. This is why he training. So now you're sending him in the ring against one of the best boxers, if not the best boxer in his weight division. And when he's with his trainer, he can't even remember to put his guard up. He can't remember to hold the phone. You hear it? Dude, he couldn't remember to hold the phone, fam. That's like one of the first things that they teach you to do. Hold the phone. He couldn't hold the phone, fam. He wants rematch because he's not going to be able to box much longer. So he's trying to get all of the paydays that he can to feed. Hello. He's trying to get all the paydays he can to feed and support his family, which I can't knock. He want to make sure that he leaves something for his kids. He's trying to feed his family. You know how many people eat off of these boxes? Off of just period. When you're the person that blows up in your family, you know how many people eat off of you? You know how many people you feed? You know how many people bills you pay? Let's say you don't got no family. Let's say you just got a team. You know how big your team is that you have to have that's got to work behind the scenes to make sure that you winning? Some people just ain't winning because they don't got a team. How y'all doing? Some people just aren't winning because they ain't got a team. So you know how many people you feed? You know how many? He's probably feeding. And then we're just talking about the people who actually do work. He's probably feeding. He probably got a team of about 20 people, 10 to 20 people that are actually doing work that he got to pay. And then there's probably another 40 relatives. That's probably why his relatives was bugging out, because they know that this is one of his last paydays. So they was busy trying to make a situation so they could try to make more money come to the fight. When in reality, Crawford is on the stage and he already know what it is. When do you see a boxer say, yo, I don't want us to talk all that crazy stuff. Let's talk friendship and let's just go out there and fight? When do you see a boxer say that, fam? When do you ever see a boxer say that? Boxers don't say that. How you doing? Hello. Boxers don't say that, fam. Boxers don't say, let's not argue. Boxers get to that and then they sell the ticket. They talk crazy. They talk about how they gonna kill the other one. All types of other. That's what boxers do. Boxers don't get to where you gotta sell the ticket and clam up. That don't happen. So why did Crawford clam up? 9 times out of 10, Crawford already knew the same thing that we're talking about right now, that he got neurological issues. Just something to think about, fam. Hey, being loud over there. All of the yelling. Aw. Super fluffy dog. I didn't show y'all because I don't turn the camera around. I don't just put the camera on people. I don't do that. But super fluffy dog. Super fluffy dog. And very talkative. He's telling homeboy off. He's like, yo, what are you doing? You should have came down the block and got me. I'm just saying stuff. You had to see what happened. So no, what I think might be happening as far as with the with this particular situation, just so we can be clear, he's clamoring for another fight. But do we really want to make somebody else into a Muhammad Ali fan? Like, are we really on that type of time? I'm asking. We all seen what happened to Muhammad Ali. All of us seen what happened to Muhammad Ali. Are we really on that time where we gonna let this happen to another boxer? I mean, it's happened to a ton of boxers, man. That's the part that they don't let you know. Muhammad Ali is just the one that they throw in our face. But there's a ton of boxers that suffer with what Muhammad Ali was suffering through. Just like there's a ton of football players. Yeah, it's all about the views and the money. That's a fact. We're gonna walk over to the park. I don't plan on playing any basketball today, but we're gonna walk over to the park. I just want to walk, be honest with you. So yeah, so hold on. Check this out. The Post Malone exploit hip hop. I don't care about that. Can I just say something real quick? I just saw some shit that said, did Post Malone exploit hip hop? Could somebody explain to me why white people can't rap? I don't get that. I think anybody should be able to make any genre of music that they want to freaking make. Could somebody explain to me why we're not allowing for certain demographics of individuals to go out there and show their creativity in hip-hop? Could somebody explain this to me? Because I want to know why people got a problem with Post Malone or whatever the white rapper is that's out there doing whatever he's doing. But those same people don't have a problem with the drill music that's encouraging these kids to go out there and kill themselves. or the music that's encouraging these kids and grown adults to go out there and drug women and then take advantage of them. So I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying. I don't know why whoever can't make whatever kind of music they want to make, independent of what your nationality is or your gender or whatever the hell. You should be able to make whatever kind of freaking music you want to make, fam. Freaking. Oh, these dogs right here, they like yipping. I don't think nobody over there though. I ain't gonna walk all the way over there. I don't see no balls flying in the air. Ain't nobody over there. I don't feel like walking all the way over there. Nah, so just something. I saw the thing on Post Malone. I was curious about that because I think that that's wild. Like everybody, they act like Post Malone. Why can't Post Malone be a rapper? Because he's white? So? Do y'all know that in the 80s? Do y'all know how diverse the hip-hop community was in the 80s? Do y'all know how influential some Russian people was in hip-hop in the 80s? No, you don't know because y'all wasn't in the Bronx, right? I get it. You wasn't in the Bronx in the 80s, so you don't know. I get it. Do you know how influential? Because I hear people talking about Cardi B and all these other people of Latin descent. Do you of Spanish-speaking descent? Do you know how influential Puerto Ricans were and Dominicans was in hip hop culture back in the when it was being created? Do y'all even know? Do y'all know that most of these rappers that y'all think are black actually aren't black and they're Puerto Rican and Dominican? Did you know that part? That some of these rappers y'all think is black ain't black? What up, Sebastian Tompkins? Salute. You know that? Because I think some people don't know that. Some of these rappers that y'all be loving because they got dark skin, they're not even black, fam. They're not even black. Post Malone probably blacker than them. They're not even black. So I'm not saying that to shit on them because obviously we never doing that. What is up, my brother? All right. I'm not saying that to shit on them because we ain't never doing that. We not never shitting on nobody. We never talking trash about nobody. We not doing that. But I say that to say they literally have rappers out here, fam, who are not black. But you think they're black because they're dark skinned. Y'all don't give them no shit. Y'all don't give them no shit. No, they not black at all. They not no American black in them, fam. There's dudes with zero American black in them. Zero. But y'all just don't think about it because remember, when we say black people started hip hop, we're not saying Africans. We're saying American blacks. That's what they're saying. What I'm saying is everybody was a part of this. What I'm saying, in the Bronx, I was there growing up. It was all different types of, I didn't even understand racism, fam. Do you understand this? I didn't even understand or really know what racism was until until TV showed me. Be honest with you. I lived in the Bronx, man. I lived in a place where the majority of people ain't married to black people. You're not even married to whatever your demographic is, fam. You're probably married to somebody outside of whatever your ethnicity is. That's where the kind of place I grew up at. When I went to school, the majority of the kids in my class were not black. They were actually of Spanish-speaking descent. Just keeping it a stack, man. Just keep it in a stack. That man got neurological disorders. That man got a neurological problem, fam. I saw it when I recognized it when I saw him after the incident. So I'm assuming any doctor could recognize it. And if any doctor could recognize it, and if I could recognize it, because I believe it to be that recognizable, there's no reason why a trainer can't recognize it. And he knows. They know. Remember right after the fight, he said, if there was an excuse, I wouldn't tell you, fam. So you trying to tell me that they knew that that man had a neurological disorder and they put him in the ring where it could get worse, and now they're trying to get a second fight because they're trying to get all the money they can before the world knows and he can't get any more fights? 'Cause that's what it sounds like is happening, and that's a shame. What's up, my brother? All right. That's what it sounds like is happening, and if that is happening, that's a shame. Wack 100 says his friend put some liquid marijuana and Spence drink before the fight. That's so stupid. Hello. Okay. The Few says, yeah, he was throwing straight rights the whole match basically, no mixing it up. That's why he dropped 3 times, almost 4. Dude, he couldn't hold the phone, fam. He couldn't hold the phone. I don't know what to tell you. He couldn't hold the phone. You got to be able to hold the phone, right? This is my spear. This is my shield. So you got to be able to hold the phone, fam. You got to be able to hold the phone. He couldn't hold the phone. Yeah, Spence Camp knew something was going on. You can't, for Spence to say after the fight, if there was an excuse, I would never tell you because, you know, we real men or whatever. I hate how we have so many men, especially black men, throw their lives away because you got to be a real man. And often people use that real man term when they want you to go do something foolish, when they want you to go on a damn dummy mission. That's when they talk about be a real man. The fuck you mean? If you was a real man, you wouldn't have took the fight. You already knew that you was injured. So basically, you just cheated everybody that bet against you, that bet for you, pardon me. So if you was a real man, you wouldn't have took the fight because you cheated every single individual that bet for you to win. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about all of the people that bet on Spence and how him and his camp cheated them because they thought he had a chance when he had none. Also, if they do a rematch, it's not going to do no numbers. I think they made like something like 50 or 41 million this time around. It's not going to do no numbers. Nobody's stupid. Everybody know that Spence got some kind of problems going on with him. Everybody's going to bet on first of all, everybody is going to bet on Crawford. Nobody's going to bet on Spence. If the people are betting and they're all betting one way lopsided, that's not good for the boxing industry. That's not good for the betting industry. You have to have people betting on both sides. That's how you can't have people only betting for one person. Kurt. Yeah, you can't have everybody only betting on one person. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they got to make the fight. That's why you want to have a fighter that could do good talking against another fight that could do good talking, bring their communities. You make the fight. Everybody's betting. Everybody's making money. Who they going to bet on in this fight? You got Crawford and you got Spence. Crawford whooped him terribly, and on top of that, now there's stories that Spence might have neurological issues, or at least there's doctors that looked at him and said visually he looks like he might have neurological disorders, neurological issues. And they sent that man out there to fight. They sent that man out there to get killed, man.
Which is the way out?
You're gonna go 2 blocks, this street, and then the very next street, and then you're gonna make that right.
How many blocks? 3?
No, see the street right here? The very next street.
Next, not this one or the one after.
Yeah, not this one, the very next one after. Yes, sir. Enjoy your day. Dog, you can't even have a rematch when the fight is that lopsided. That don't even make sense. So you know that there's a thing on Crawford right now for him not to be fighting. That don't even make sense, man. That fight was too lopsided. That don't make sense. How you gonna have a rematch when one dude gets the brakes beat off of him? That don't make sense, man. Crawford just know right now pardon me, Spence probably know right now he can't make a fight with anyone else. Also, hello. Also, just so we could be clear, when did we hear Stephen A. Smith might get fired? After Stephen A. Smith said that dude should have retired. At least that's the way I heard it. I heard Stephen A. Smith say dude need to retire. Then I heard Stephen A. Smith might get fired from ESPN. So I don't know. How did you hear it? Which one you heard first? Just ask. How you doing today? Cutie. Curtis said, exactly, Floyd was right. They don't give a damn about your health. They just want to see you fight. They don't care about you. That's a fact. You do know they were trying to bully Floyd into fighting a way that allowed for him to get hurt. Y'all do know that, right? All of that shit they were saying about Floyd when they was like, he's scared, he running. They were trying to bully him into standing there and getting fucked up. Okay, so this is another thing you have to understand. Since we gotta assume Floyd doesn't have any neurological problems, he don't got any real damage that he's taken, right? So that means that they can't trick Floyd out of his money. All right? These Don Kings of the world, the more a fighter get damaged, the more they could trick them out of their money, fam. So understand what's probably really going on with Spence right now. You got people saying, yo, you gotta fight because this is your last paycheck. It's your last payday. But this ain't just his last payday. This is their last payday, fam. Yeah, I heard Tank said that he could beat Crawford. I heard about Tank saying that he could beat Crawford. But how would you feel if you saw somebody do any sport against an individual who was injured and you thought they should have did better? You understand? You don't think the fight world knows Spence is messed up? You don't think these fighters haven't been around Spence? I'm going to tell you who else I believe got neurological damage. Sean Porter. I'm going to say that again. I believe Sean Porter got neurological damage. And that's why he don't fight that much no more. It's obviously not as bad as Spence's. But I believe Sean Porter got neurological damage. I believe that, what's his dude's name? Keith Thurman. I believe Keith Thurman got neurological. He was in car accidents also. I believe Keith Thurman right now got neurological disorders. He's about to go fight a chick, fam. Some chick, Clarissa Shields came out and talked shit to him. And then he's like, you know what? Fuck it. We can fight. I don't know how I feel about that. But that right there tells me that I believe that Keith Thurman knows that he can't take regular real fights no more. He not a big time fighter no more. He about to take a fight against a woman for charity, fam. He about to take a fight against a woman for charity, man. I believe he got neurological disorder also. Yeah, Clarissa Shields called them out, fam. Dude, we're men. All of us been called out before, by a woman before, fam. You don't take that shit but so seriously. You know how many times I got called out? I get called out all the time, fam. People crazy. And there's always a woman. Every woman thinks that there's a man that they could beat, right? And they know what man they think they could beat. They try him sometimes. Sometimes they marry him. But every woman got that dude that they think they could beat, man. At least one. It's just, that's what it is. Every woman got that dude that they swear if they get into a scrap, they gonna lace this fool. Every woman, man. All right. So Clarissa Shields says she wants to fight Keith Thurman. When was the last time Keith Thurman had a fight against a male boxer? When was the last time Keith Thurman had a fight against a male boxer? Somebody go look it up and tell me. When was the last time? Why do I say this? Keith Thurman might not be boxing no more either for a reason. When was the last time Sean Porter fought? When was the last time Keith Thurman fought? When was the last time any of those dudes fought that was in that big roundabout that was going on when Keith Thurman and all of them dudes was fighting every 5 minutes? Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
So, I'm gonna say this. So I be at the park and I be playing with the kids, right? But what it actually kinda has done is made me like a rock star to all the other kids. So even the kids that I don't play with, I'm kind of a rock star to them. And so it's kind of dope. To be honest with you, I'm not complaining. It's kind of dope. How you doing? Hey, big pretty one over there. So it's kind of dope. It's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of dope. I play with the kids. Look, we always having fun. So, you know, our kids want to play too. The fuck? Yeah, so, what else? Y'all got anything else y'all want to say about this real quick? I ain't mean to be in this live this long. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say about this? That man got neurological disorders and they keep sending him out there to fight. I don't know what to say. I mean, at this point, and then for his family to have been so loud and boisterous at the press conference, they have to know that he ain't right. Like, they're his family. They've been around him forever. They have to know he not right. Like, they gotta know. They his family. They've been around him forever, right? And they're one of those tight families where everybody loves one another, right? They're not one of those families where, you know what I'm saying? They're one of those families where everybody loves one another, right? So they tight. So they know something is wrong with him. They just trying to get one last paycheck, man. That shit is disgusting. That shit is disgusting. That's how people would do you, though. It's the same way, like when you trying to go have an idea of some company or some job or some business or some way to make money, and you got your friends and your family saying it ain't gonna work, and then you finally do it and the shit worked, and now all of a sudden, all of them just knew you was gonna make it. Same energy, fam. Same energy. Sending him to an early death, fam. And miserable on top of that. And miserable. And miserable. He gonna be miserable. What you think that CTE and all of them other neurological disorders do? That shit makes you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna forget shit, not know shit. See, the problem is this. His nervous system has been affected. So since his nervous system don't work right, now he can't move right. You understand what I'm saying? He's wanting to do shit, but the signal ain't going to this body part. You understand? But he's thinking he's still doing it. That's why they have to tell him to hold the phone. He's probably thinking, I better hold the phone. He's probably thinking it. But the signal ain't going. So he's thinking it, he wants to do it, but he's not doing it. Or he's not doing it quickly enough. And that's why it's so dangerous for him to be boxing in a sport where he's split-second timing. Think about it like this. In football, right? You got to throw often. The quarterback releases the ball before the wide receiver breaks on the route. So let's say you're doing an out pattern, right? Quarterback's over there. We're doing an out route. So that means that I'm going to the sidelines, and the quarterback's on that side of me, and this side of me. So that means that when I make my break, I'm going to be running away from the quarterback. I'm not going to be making my break running to the quarterback. I'm going to be running away from the quarterback. All right. So why am I saying this? Easy. In boxing, just like in football, often you have to do a thing not knowing if the thing that you were doing before you did that thing was successful. So when you boxing somebody and you're in a boxing match, and let's say you want to throw a feint, right? You want to throw a feint, you want to trick the guy, you want to throw a feint, right? So you throw that feint, but when you throwing the feint to then attack, you throw the feint and you gotta accept that you won because you've already been testing this guy's mannerisms out for the last round or two. You know that when you do a certain move, he's gonna respond a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? So you're doing the move with the expectation that that person is gonna do the thing that you want them to do for you to be able to land the blow. Just like in football, the quarterback goes back before the receiver breaks. The quarterback already released the ball. The ball's in the air. By the time the receiver cuts on his break, the ball should almost be there. What's up, my brother? How you doing? All right. The ball should almost be there. Boxing is the same way. Let's say you wanna go to somebody and you wanna get them to drop their guard so you could throw something up top, right? So you've been going at their ribs all fight. Bang, bang. You hitting them down here in their ribs. What you're doing is now they're not holding their hands up like this. Now they're holding their hands down here because their ribs hurt. That's you creating a situation for you to now then advance off of. So now when they do lift their arms all the way back up and they go to fight regular, just you feint into those ribs, they might make them have to go cover their ribs. So you might be able to feint the jab to the ribs and then go up top. It's all the same thing. So he can't move like that no more because he has a neurological, allegedly, because he's suffering from a neurological disorder. So he can't, excuse me. I wanted to see that shirt. And apparently she hates Monday. I wanted to see her shirt. And she got purple hair. She might be interesting. I think I got to start wearing more Marvel-inspired and inspiring shirts like that. So remember, we used to only wear shirts and ties, and then I had to start wearing these type of shirts. So I wanted to see what she had on. I was curious. She had headphones on. I shouldn't have waited. I should have yelled when she was all the way up the block, but I didn't. I didn't decide. I didn't know if I wanted to do it. Anyway, so he can't do that because allegedly now he has some kind of the neurological problem that they're saying that he has actually is creating a nervous system issue. So his nervous system has been affected. So since his nervous system has been affected, he can't react with split second timing. You understand? Like he can't move the way he needs to move. And they sent him out into the ring. They're trying to get that man killed for some bucks, man. And I'm gonna tell you what's the wildest part about this. The wildest part about this is I don't understand why they're not trying to just make him a spokesman for stuff. He's a big enough name. He probably won't be able to get the same bucks he's getting from fighting, but he'll make some consistent money from them because he can't fight no more. Why they not trying to get him on some kind of television show, TV show, something? See, we live in a different time frame right now. The time that we live in is just different. Whatever the thing is that you're doing, you can still just go do a different thing. You don't have to just be locked in as an actor. You could be an actor, a rapper, a singer, a jazz musician, paint. You could do everything. What's up, my brother? Chillin'? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right? Chill. Man. Yeah, so you could be anything. So they don't even gotta make him box, fam. They can make him go. They could get him to go do something else. So they just killing that man, fam. I feel a way about that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel a way about that. When you look at these boxes and you can see they got the glassy eyes and all that, and then the people are still trying to push them out there to fight. Come on, fam. We're not doing that. We're not trying to get people killed. Huh. We're not trying to get people killed. I get it. I get the short haircuts on. I get the short haircuts. I get them. I get them. I 100% get them. You know what? I get them. I get the short haircuts. I mean, Holly Berry already had me with the short haircuts for like, you know, black women. But you know what? I get the short haircuts on the white girls. I get it. I get it. It took a lot of years. How you doing, my brother? It took a lot of years, but I get it. Like, you know, Halle Berry, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I saw Boomerang. I said, shit, this works. You know, them pixie hair dudes. I get it. I guess I get it. They're about to get that man killed, man. If y'all enjoying any of this boxing match conversation today, y'all should pull up to the Cash App, or the PayPal, or the Super Chat. And don't forget, Thursday, we're in Kaiser Park. Thursday, we're in Kaiser Park. There are going to be some peoples over there. We're going to hang out with them. We're going to teach these kids a little bit about basketball. I'm just going to be there. What's up? Chilling. What's the blue shirts for? Y'all working that thing, right?
Yeah, we work at the beach.
So, what's going on over there? I heard a whole bunch of music. That's just the regular music?
Oh, no, we don't work there. We work at the beach.
Yeah, it's just a beach club. Like, they just, like, families go over there. They play music, all that.
So, y'all work at the beach?
Yeah.
Which part beach? Oh, you pointed over there. There's a beach over there?
Yeah.
What the fuck they do over there?
So it's the difference. It's the beach club and then the beach. The beach, there's no, like, pool. There's no food. At the beach club, there's a pool and there's food.
Huh.
Yeah. It's free right now if you want to go.
They charge?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I don't do well with sand. It gets in everything. It's coarse. I don't know if they got the Star Wars reference. What up, Chris? I don't know if they got the Star Wars reference. There's some lady that's standing on there. She's probably like, this guy is in the street. He's filming. I don't know what she's doing. I'm just saying stuff. She's probably just minding her business, and I'm like, I'm minding my always. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I don't want to. I'm actually fine right now. I don't want to rush. We might not have a Tonight Show. We're not gonna have a Tonight Show, so I might just stay on live for a little while. We might go walk around. I don't know if we got something to go do. We might go walk. What's up? Who buying me some Innemans? I think they got the buy one get one free today. Who's buying me? Who's doing the BOYB? Y'all want to go to the store and do something? Throw something in the cash app. Other than that, we just gonna chill and talk for a minute. I should check when I look at the store. Be honest with you, I should check. The people there are nicer than the library. Well, the people in the in all due respect, the people in the library were nice. We just had the one lady who, because of people calling and harassing her, trying to get her to harass me, she decided to conduct herself in a manner which I wish it didn't go down that way. But it went down the way it went down. It is what it is. I wish it didn't. Now where I live at, these people see me every day, fam. They see what I'm doing for the most part. I mean, are there people I don't know? There's tons of people I don't know. But the majority of the people that see me are people that see me every day, fam. They see me minding my business. They see me just being a nice person, being helpful. You know, I don't know what to say. The internet just thinks I'm somebody I'm not. Like, the internet literally thinks I'm the exact opposite of the person that I am, basically. I don't know what to tell you. Well, all you had to do was tell me that the dude's eyes was glassy. I could see his eyes was glassy. So that's all you had to do is tell me is that the dude's eyes was glassy. Like, that's all you had to tell me. And I already got it. How you doing? Nicest lady. I got nice neighbors, man. I got nice neighbors. I like the fact that I live around people I like and that it seems like they like me. I think this lady's complaining about me being on the phone. I like, that's how I am. Like, if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people y'all see I don't fuck with, it's because they really don't fuck with me. They might be lying to you, telling you that they fuck with me, but they don't fuck with me, so I don't fuck with them. It's really just that simple. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard, fam. It's not that hard. But yeah, you're trying to say the people that see me every day seem to be nice to me? Pretty much. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I know what that's saying. That's basically saying I'm a good person, I'm a nice person, and I get along with people. I know what it's saying. But, you know, you can accept it however you want. Here. Chilling. Mija. Hi. Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Chilling. What type of Innemans I'm getting? You don't even know how to spell, so you got to be like a kid trying to troll me. Super cutie. I also had a problem spelling Innemans, so I'm not going to get on you too hard about that. It's E-N-T-E, I think, M-M-E-N-S or some shit like that. I don't know how to spell that shit either, so I'm not. My favorite Innemans is the honey buns. I like the honey buns. Those are my favorites. I like the Inneman honey buns. I can eat a whole jump off for the Inneman. No, they come 6 in them jump offs. I could just eat one of those every day. I love the Inneman honey buns. I like mom bods. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like the Inneman honey buns. That's my favorite Innemans. And then after that, I guess, I don't know. It don't matter after that. After that, I don't really care. I don't really care after that. I like the fruit pies, I guess. Um, the loaves. They got the bread loaves. How you doing? The bread loaves, I like those. You like the plain donuts? I don't know. I don't know. I want some. I want to start. I want to learn how to make donuts just so I could make my own freaking jelly donuts the way I want to make jelly donuts. You know, that's the only reason why I learned how to cook stuff, because I don't like the way other people are making it. So I learned how to cook it so I could cook it the way that I like it. That's the only reason. Like, probably 70% of the things that I know how to cook that has to deal with me going and cutting up ingredients and stuff. Like 70, what's up, my brother? Like 70% of the things that I know how to prepare is entirely because I wanted to make them more personalized dishes. Entirely. What's my favorite candy? I don't know. I don't really eat candy. I don't even know the last time I had a candy. I usually just eat a candy whenever somebody offers a candy. I have no idea what my favorite candy is. Do candy bars count? Because if so, I guess... No, I don't know. I haven't. Taffy. Not taffy. Caramel. I like caramel. Caramels. I like caramels. Is that a candy? I have no idea if that's a candy, but I like caramels. I like taffy also, but I like caramels. No idea if that's a candy though. It might be. I like caramels. I like the jelly donuts with the powdered sugar. I want to just start making my own recipes for stuff, to be honest with you, because I think food sucks nowadays. I'm just being honest with you. I think that in the 90s and in the 80s, a lot of our food just tastes better. Even our fast food tasted better. You know how good KFC's, for all of y'all that never had KFC in the 80s, I feel bad for you. Alright? KFC in the 80s was the best chicken. Period. If we had a time machine, we need to go back to the 80s just to go buy KFC. Then come back. You know what I'm saying? Just have a KFC night where we go back to the 80s and just go get buckets of chicken. I was at the event yesterday. No, I didn't have a table. There was no reason for me to have a table. The person that I was going to get the table for didn't show up, so there was no reason for me to have a table. Boom. And what does it matter to you if I have a table or not? What was I doing at my table other than just sitting there? If I would have had a table, I would have had to sit at the table the whole entire time. I wouldn't have been able to move around because I was the only person here. So what sense would it make for me to get a table? That wouldn't even have made sense. It only would have made sense if people would have came. Also, you a pussy because you don't even like me. And you pulled up to the event yesterday and you ain't even say nothing to me. So, very happy you didn't say anything to me, by the way, because I don't never want to talk to you. Yeah, my dude. So you saw the video of the 3D printed meat. What's gonna blow your mind is, what percentage of meat do you think that's currently in circulation that's not real meat that we all eat? That's probably gonna blow your mind. What's gonna blow your mind is that we've been eating cloned chicken for how many years now? What's up, my brother? Chickens only grow butts so big, fam. Where do you think that the fucking BBQs is getting them chickens from that look like they've been working out with Hulk Hogan? How large do you think chickens grow, fam? They freaking chickens that look like they should have been they almost made it to the NFL. That's the type of wings they serving at freaking BBQs, fam. Anytime you go anywhere and they have them super large chickens, they've done super large chicken wings. They've manipulated those. That's not. Be mindful. That's all I'm saying. So we've been eating not food for a long time now. They're just being more open and upfront with it because the problem is bigger, which they created by destroying the real food so they can give us the fake food. The question is, why do they want to give us the fake food? McDonald's promotes the quarter pounders as 100% beef, so what's all the other burgers? First of all, 100% beef is the name of the company. You heard that right? The name of the company is 100% beef. It could be any percentage of actual beef. It could be any percentage of actual beef. The name of the company that they get their beef from is 100% beef. That's the name of the company. Hey, nice bell. How you doing? That's the name of their company. The name of the company is 100% beef. We don't know what the hell. We don't know what level of actual meat is in. We don't know. The name of the company is 100% beef, allegedly. At my job, the produce is super GMO. The produce, yeah. So we haven't been eating real food for a long time, fam. It is what it is. It is what it is. I found out about that 100% beef thing in the 90s, actually. So this been going on for a long time. They almost all of the fast food restaurants. Okay, so now I think McDonald's uses their own farms. But there was a period of time while McDonald's did not use their own farms, and the place where they actually got their food from was a place called 100% beef. Now, what I'm saying is, I wouldn't be surprised if all of these things are under the same umbrella. Because it can't be 100% beef if they're putting fucking pink slime in it, for anybody that knows what pink slime is. And they put pink slime in almost all of our ground beef. That's why when you go to the supermarket, only buy lean ground beef. When you go to the supermarket, only buy lean ground beef. So they put pink slime in all of our ground beef, fam. So our ground beef can't be 100% beef. Get it? We're gonna move down the block. I think the sun moved so we could go stand in front of our own place. I think the sun moved enough so I could stand over there and be able to see the screen. Because the problem is that over there where I was at this time of the day, if y'all could see me, I can't see the screen. And if y'all could see screen, y'all can't see me. I have a problem with seeing the screen. How the hell did that bird let me get so close to him? That's bugging, fam. I don't know why that keep happening. Like, these damn animals, that's a whole free range bird, fam. The dude damn near ran into my leg. What in the heck? That happens a lot to me though. Not for nothing. Like, fucking wild animals. I don't know what the heck they problem. What, they don't got a problem with me apparently. Apparently it's all good. So I don't know why they so cool with me. Like, if I want to know what I'm doing to make them so cool with me, to be honest with you. Yeah, I have no idea why they're so cool with me. There we go. It don't matter. We could just put it right here. That's not the company that sells it to McDonald's. It's Keystone. Yeah, the meat is not 100. I think I just corrected the situation and basically said that this was something that was going on in the 90s, and I'm not 100% sure what's happening right now. But I did want to tell y'all about the shit that they was running on everybody, the scam. Also, the main company only needs to be named 100% meat somewhere in something. The sub companies don't need to have those names as much. Just like a movie studio or go produce a movie, but the people that work physically at Paramount didn't do it. It was some other studio. They did it. But when it gets put into the movie studio, it still have this other studio's name on there, right? Right? For everybody that was in here when I corrected it, that just goes to show you this is what I'm dealing with. People that don't do nothing but sit in my chat all day long and try to take what I'm saying out of context, or even if I say something and then give the correct information, they're just always trying to make it seem like I'm doing something wrong. That shit is bananas and it's fucking crazy. But I'm pretty sure y'all heard me say that this was allegedly going on in the 90s. And for the company that I heard it was happening the most with, and the company that I heard it was working through when I heard it was White Castle. Because I was going to stop eating White Castle because I thought White Castle had pork in it. White Castle is my favorite burgers. So I thought they had pork in them, so I was never going to eat them again. So somebody was like, nah, they 100% beef. And I was like, word? Okay, cool, I can eat them now. And then somebody else put me on game that they not really 100% beef. That's the name of the company. And I was like, what the fuck, man? These niggas, these low lives. I was so pissed. Yeah. Anybody at the park? You know? That's a little kid. He's mad athletic. He could probably play almost any sport. He just needs some damn direction. Little kid, mad athletic, like really athletic. It's him and there's this other kid out there that I call Bandit. Really, really athletic kids. Like, you got to get these kids when they early, and you got to put that love of the thing in it. You know what I'm saying? You got to get them when they early. You got to put that love in them for whatever the thing is. You got to put that dedication to whatever the thing is. You got to put that wanting to work for whatever the thing is. You got to put that in them. Like, you got to put that in the kids, fam. You should be your kid's biggest motivator. You should be your kid's biggest supporter. I hate when I see these parents out here and they think that they supposed to tell their kid that their kid ain't gonna make it, or they think that they gotta be hard on their kid and be like I hate that. Like, cause you're teaching your kid to beat down on your kid, beat down on themselves when things ain't going right. And that's not what we wanna do. We don't wanna teach our kids to beat down on themselves when things ain't going right. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to teach kids to be their worst enemy when things are already going wrong. And that's what you teach your kid when you teach your kid, you know, when you don't teach them to pick themselves up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people don't teach their kids to pick themselves up. That kid don't got none of those problems. He's happy as shit. He's happy as shit. And I always see him by himself, so he's probably just doing his own thing. And that's usually when, personally, people like me are the happiest, when we're just able to just go do our own thing. Karen Lil says, you speaking facts. What you speaking about specifically, if you don't mind me asking? This fucking neighborhood is weird. So I just want to say, not the neighborhood I live in right here, So when I'm walking out there outside the gate, you know, people are really standing around having conversations on my sexuality. One, I'm straight. One, period. You know, there's literally people outside having conversations. I walked past two different sets of people having conversations about my fucking sexuality, fam. Like I'm into women, only women, and then nothing else. Nothing else. There you go. You don't. If you don't believe me, you don't believe me, fam. There's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. You don't believe me, you don't believe me. There ain't shit I can do about that. Fucking leave. Yeah, you don't believe me, fam. Ain't shit I can do about that. I'm into women. I'm into only women. I'm single right now. I might be single to the day that I die. What do I know? But I'm not forcing nothing, and I'm not about to go chasing nobody that ain't interested. Period. That's period. So if the only way I'm ever gonna not be single again is by me chasing somebody that's basically telling me they're not interested, I'm gonna die alone, and I'm fine with that because I'm not doing that. And as far as I can tell, every female I come into contact with basically let me know they're not interested. So I'm single. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. It's not no, you have to figure a thing out. You don't have to write down diagrams and make a whole freaking kill board where you're gonna eliminate witnesses. That's it. That's all. If there was a female that I was attracted to or thought was attractive enough that I would want to date them, and they, as far as I can tell, all the females I think are attractive, I'm not their thing. That's it. So I'm single. That's it. That's it. I'm not into dudes, man. One of the main reasons why I don't like going out is because I don't want to have to keep explaining shit like this. I don't want to talk about shit like this. I don't want to make it seem like I'm disrespecting people that's a part of the LGBTQ community just because I'm not a part of their community. So I don't want to seem like I'm attacking them. I don't want to seem like I'm disrespecting them. I don't really care for it. Let them go do what they want to do. Whether I agree with it or not, don't got shit to do with their life. No, you're 100% right. Shout out to Kareem Saeed. Food is actually the main thing that's giving people cancer. That's actually why people are catching cancer more than any other reason. It's the food. Actually, there was allegedly, there was a Wendy's CEO or executive that had came out and on a tweet admitted that they used horse meat or something like that, something to that design. I'm not 100% sure how you doing. I'm not 100% sure, but allegedly that's what happened. I think I actually saw the tweet, to be honest with you. I think I actually saw the tweet, to be honest with you. I think I saw it. I think I saw it. This was a long time ago. This was like in the early 2000s. Like in the aughts or something. This was a long time ago. I think I saw it. I know my brother told me about it, and I was like speaking about it with somebody, but I think I saw it. I think I saw the actual tweet. I'm not 100% sure. They say buy the whole chicken. If you buy cuts, it's possible the butcher could have removed the cancer without you knowing. Okay, so basically almost all of the food that we get from the supermarkets, they have to cut cancer out of almost all of these animals. You do know this, right? I mean, you don't, if for the people that don't believe me, this is not even hard to search. This is not hard to research. Shout out to, who said this in the chat? Shout out to the few. The few says, they say buy the whole chicken. If you buy cuts, it's possible the butcher could have removed cancer without you knowing. Once again, most of this food and meat that we get from supermarkets, they have to cut the cancer out, fam. These animals do be having cancer. Okay. These animals do be having cancer. That's a fact. They have to cut the cancer out. That's a fact. I was actually watching something that could be considered documentary style type of whatever the hell. And they actually showed the people cutting the cancers out of the meat. It was horse, not horse. It was ground beef, so it was cow. But they actually, I actually saw them cutting the fucking cancers out with my own eyes. And I just saw this like, not even 2 weeks ago. So yeah. But we get cancer from food not like that. That's not how we're getting the cancer from the food. We're getting the cancer from the food because we're just eating shit we're not supposed to eat, fam. And we're eating it at high volumes. Like, they got shit they know cause cancer. Like, what's that red dye and that yellow dye that they know cause cancer? So those foods aren't even... So foods with these dyes in them aren't even allowed to be in... like, some certain countries don't allow these foods in their country because they got carcinogenic properties. That's what it's called. They're carcinogenic. So they're not even allowed... These foods aren't even allowed in the countries. And for some people that's thinking whatever you think, it could be shit like just, crackers. You understand? That country don't allow those crackers. That country don't allow those potato chips. That country doesn't allow those juice boxes. Because those juice boxes and those whatever the hell, they have... They have carcinogenic properties in them, and they're gonna make their the people in their country sick. My mom used to tell me ramen noodles do cause cancer, but not what you think. You know the glue that they use? So you tear the pack open and the pack is flattened. There's a glue on there. It's the glue. It's not the actual noodles. So if you could go get fresh ramen noodles made, you're fine. It's the glue that they use in the packaging. Right? It's the glue they use in the packaging. And that's why I keep saying y'all got to be careful about everything that these rappers is out here pushing to you. You got these rappers out here pushing, and listen and pay attention. You got these rappers out here pushing freaking ramen noodles and eating like you just came out of jail, which is insane. Why in the hell would you eat like you in jail still, fam? Unless you have money problems. But these rappers and their girlfriends, who obviously don't have money problems, is trying to convince y'all to eat jail food, fam. Do you know that these dudes in jail was getting stomach ulcers and cancers at an all-time high? Sodium galore. The sodium is no good for you neither. That's another reason why I keep trying to tell people, stop eating all of these frozen foods. Those frozen foods ain't no good for you, fam. You eat 2 of those frozen foods, you probably looking at the calories in it. But the sodium in it is bananas. The sodium in it is through the roof. The sodium in it is through the roof. Y'all busy probably thinking about the sugar and everything else. The sodium is what's killing. You eat. I don't even think you're supposed to eat more than one frozen dinner in a day. I don't think you're supposed to eat more than one frozen dinner in a day. Like, if you eat a frozen dinner today, you're not supposed to eat another one today. And I'm not even talking about the huge big ones. I'm talking about any, even the little small ones. You eat one today. Oh man, that little one is about to get away. The little baby, little girl, she was just running. She was like, I'm out of here, Mom. So yeah, a lot of our food is bad for us. A lot of our food is bad for us, but And that's another thing. When Trump was president, we was also healthier because we was able to eat better. When Trump was if just so we clear, all of you nutritional people, everybody that works in the area of nutrition, works in the area of exercise, works in any which one of those fields. Y'all do not want these current administration in the office. I'm not saying get back Trump. I don't really care for that guy neither. But this current administration, y'all don't want them in the office because every single thing that they're doing is hurting our economy, fam. Whether y'all paying attention to it or not, they just hurting the economy. We have less money as a people, fam. Think about it. As a people, we got less money. Think about that. Think about your wallet and how it was looking 4 years ago. And think about how your wallet and how it's looking now. We not even eating as well. People forget when Trump was in office, motherfuckers was being really nice to the homeless people. When Trump was in office, people was donating and giving money out to people like a mug. Why? Because it was available. Now money ain't available no more. They hurt the availability of money. Shout out to that though. I don't want them to spend $50 million no more to count fish. I don't know what anybody else is saying. I don't want them to send damn near hundreds of millions of dollars giving sex changes to kids in Africa. I don't want that neither. They've been spending hundreds of millions of dollars the last couple of years giving kids in Africa sex changes. Please somebody explain that to me. I don't know why this is necessary. For multiple different reasons. The most important reason is, why are y'all concerned with what sex kids are having? I don't even understand that part, Democrats. Why are the Democrats concerned with what kind of sex the kids is having? If, just so we could be clear, if the kids aren't having sex, why can't they wait to become adults to get a sex change? Can somebody explain that to me? Can somebody explain that? So the Democrats want to give children sex changes, but they also are telling us that they also don't want to have sex with these kids? Fam, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I don't want to hold you here much longer. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I just think that that's hilarious. I think that's hilarious. Like, why is it important to give a child a sex change, man? Like, why is that so important? I don't understand. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go check something. My apologies. I was busy doing a thing, and then hold on. I'm trying to hold y'all close here so nobody can see where I'm walking. I gotta go do a thing real quick. I gotta look at a thing because I gotta go do a thing. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I'm working outside. Sorry about that. Hold on. Okay. I'm getting gasoline all over me. I'm over here trying to work my some shit. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm about to be back with y'all. Give me 1 second. Put some comments in the chat. Another issue today. What the fuck? Fucking me. I pour this shit, but the damn thing won't work right. Alright, so that should be it right here. Hold on. Fucking thing, man. And I'm getting gasoline all over me, and the shit ain't working. Alright, so. Alright, I gotta go. I gotta fix this in the future. Alright. Alright, fuck it. Give me a second. Let me go fix the thing real quick. I need y'all to point at this thing because I don't want y'all to see what I'm doing because I got too many haters. Hold on. Fucking spider webs, they got bit by something too. Sheesh. Alright, my fault. I had to go do a thing. Got some lawn mowing to do and shit like that. Got some stuff to do. I was gonna do it today, but if I would have just been able to get the shit to work right now, I would have gonna do it right now. Honest with you. But I'm gonna have to. It's gonna make. I think I went in there. I got bit up like crazy, fam. Sheesh, I can see the damn bumps already. Anything y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I don't want to really hold y'all for too long. Y'all can just see him BSing mostly. Ain't really doing nothing. Did this charger die? I mean, the battery died? Oh, so there's no more battery in there anyway. All right, so we're going to get up out of here. I don't know. I might do a show later. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. We might do a show later. I'm going to go in there and try to charge this charger back on. Okay. Came outside to walk the dog looking elegant. Let y'all go. Everybody go have a beautiful day. Go enjoy yourself. We might come back with another show later. I'm not 100% sure. Landscaping. I mean, I did landscaping, but not for a profession. I did it because my family used to have a lot of land. So I was the guy that was the dude that did the stuff. I mean, we had other guys there, so there was other people. I wasn't alone. But I did that kind of landscape, and I wasn't paid for it. But we had our own property down in Georgia. My family still lived on the property. They had their own property down in Georgia, so we had to take care of it. Once a week. It wasn't always. It was a lot of land. 24 acres. It is what it is. Dr. J had no current plays in his top 10. Okay. I don't understand why that's a problem. I can name a top 10 right now that wouldn't have any current plays in it, and it'd be a really good top 10. Jordan, Bird, Barkley, Olajuwon, Kareem, Magic, Wilt. Tell me if I said a ring that don't belong here yet. And I only got 3 more spots. I did that in like 2 seconds. Hey, what's up? How you doing? All right.
Neighbor, what you doing, neighbor?
Shout out to him. He's a good guy. I thought he was a douche, but I was wrong. He's actually a really good guy. I was confusing him with another dude. Yeah, so I just ran down a slot, and I didn't have none of the current plays either. What current player would be on the list? And I didn't even name Kobe, so that means there's only 2 spots left. And I didn't name Shaq, so there's 1 spot left. Name a player that I just named that LeBron deserves to be on the list over. If I'll give you a reason why he shouldn't. I promise you. Name a player that I just named that LeBron should be on the list over. Have a blessed day, my brother. Definitely appreciate you.
You told me?
Yeah. You good people. Well, I wouldn't put Tiny Archibald, but who isn't to say that Dr. J was alive when Tiny Archibald played? Tiny Archibald could have been one of the people that encouraged Dr. J to play basketball. The people that inspire you aren't the people that inspire the people you inspire. Why should the points record be enough? I don't understand why any record should be enough. You have an actual player in Dr. J who played in the NBA at the highest level, was one of the best players, And I don't even remember if he won an MVP or not. I don't think he did. I think it was Moses Malone. So you're busy trying to come in here and tell me about why you question why Dr. J, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, you're here to question his list to me. Like you know more than him. I got you though. You also know more than Einstein, right? We need to start questioning his theory of relativity. Now check this part out. Dr. J can't have an opinion. These LeBron people think that they should have their opinion that LeBron is the best, but Dr. J can't have his opinion. So because handle and jump shots were different, that means that he can't think that those players were better. I don't think any player in the current age could play. I think there's probably only about 5 or 6 players right now in the NBA that could play during the 90s and play during the 80s. Maybe 5 or 6. Maybe. There's maybe 5 or 6 players right now that could play in the NBA in the 80s and in the 90s. Maybe 5 or 6. The majority of the players that y'all consider the best players right now wouldn't be able to play in the 90s and wouldn't be able to play in the 80s. They wouldn't be able to play. Name me a player. First of all, remember, he can't be injury prone. Because in the 90s and in the 80s, people were getting injured more than anything else. So the player can't be injury prone. The player also needs to be a player that don't need to be rested. It can't be one of those players that stay sitting down all the time because they need to sit out a game or two. Can't be one of those players because that doesn't work in the 80s or the 90s. That's half of the league, fam. Also, the player has to be able to play defense because if you couldn't play defense in the 80s and the 90s, you didn't get on the court much. So the player also has to know how to play defense at a high level at his position. Name me some players right now in the NBA that will fit that criteria. Also, the player can't be a diva. Name me a player right now. You're the one that tried to pretend like there was something wrong with Dr. J not having any modern players on his team. So tell me a player that's playing right now that you think would have excelled in the 80s and excelled in the 90s. Tell me a player. I'm here, I'm listening. I want to know what player you think would have excelled in the 80s and the 90s that's playing right now. Kyrie? No. Kyrie's too injury prone. Durant? You think Durant would have been able to... What position is Durant going to play in the 80s and the 90s? He can't play small forward. That's out of the question. He's too weak. What position he's going to play? He can't play... He can't play small forward. He's too weak. He's not strong enough. He can't play power forward for the same reason, and he can't play center for the same reason. What position is he playing? What's going to happen? You say power forward? What's going to happen when he got to go up against Dale Davis and he can't grab any rebounds at all? Dale Davis isn't even one of the highlight power forwards. You saying small forward? That's what you're saying? What's going to happen when he goes up against these small forwards and they can hand check? Did you see how skinny he was? You think he going to be able to beat hand checking? They're currently playing in an era that you can't touch anybody, and these dudes are you know, that's not how the NBA worked in the 80s and the 90s, fam. If you couldn't play defense, you didn't get on the court, period. That's not how the NBA worked. That's not how the NBA worked. The NBA didn't work that way. Literally, the NBA didn't work that way. Literally, the NBA didn't work that way. The NBA don't work that way, fam. In the 80s and the 90s, if you couldn't play defense, you didn't get on the court for more than 3 or 4 minutes a game. That's just it. That's just what it was. And you add that to the fact that Kevin Durant is too skinny. If he plays basketball in the 80s, if he plays basketball in the 90s, he gonna be injured. That's a fact. That's not a question. He gonna be injured. How you doing, my brother? All right. Kevin Durant don't even weigh 250 pounds, and he like a 7-footer, fam. I don't even think he weighed 220, like 7 feet. That ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna be. Kyrie is gonna be injured. Steph is gonna be injured. LeBron is gonna be injured. First, tell me a player that's not gonna be injured. LeBron is flopping now, and he outweighs these dudes by like 50 pounds. What do you think is going to happen when he plays in the era where most of those dudes are the same weight as him? He flopping now, fam. LeBron flops all the time. What do you think is going to happen if he played in the 80s and the 90s? Y'all just been watching a terrible... The game of basketball is just diluted and terrible now. It's terrible, fam. The only time it's even worth watching is when it gets deep into the playoffs. Not even the beginning of the playoffs. Deep into the playoffs. Steph Curry would never be able to play. Steph Curry couldn't even play. And they had to change the rules so Steph Curry could play now, fam. Steph Curry definitely wouldn't have played. I'll give you Dwayne Wade. But he might be injury prone also. But I'll give you Dwayne Wade. I do not give you LeBron. He flops too much. He'll never be on the court. LeBron will never be on the court. He flopped too much. Dwayne Wade, I'll give you because he's really legitimately tough. Legitimately tough. Steph Curry? Hell no. LeBron was not a beast in his prime, fam. LeBron is a good player, fam, but y'all give him way too much credit. All right? LeBron is a great player, but y'all still give him too much credit. Maybe it's the whole people trying to average him out to Jordan for me. Maybe that's what it is for me. But LeBron doesn't... I'm sorry. The beginning of LeBron's career, he was a better player than he's been in the end of his career. And in the beginning of his career, he didn't even have a jump shot. So, to me, LeBron James was a better player the first 3 to 4 years of his career than he's been the last 3 or 4 years that he's been playing. And he didn't even have a jump shot then. Y'all looking at basketball wrong, fam. Y'all looking at basketball wrong. Y'all looking at in my opinion, you're looking at basketball wrong. In my opinion. You're looking at basketball wrong, fam. When LeBron James first came into the league, he had something that he don't have now. They took that from him somehow. LeBron James couldn't beat the Celtics, so what did he do? He went to go team up with some people at the Heat. Please stop telling me how great LeBron is when he had to go team up with some people to beat another team. Don't tell me how great anybody is that had to do that. Copy? This is the thing y'all don't realize. Do you know how many players don't get mentioned that got rings and they came into the NBA as saviors? I'm going to tell you one right now. Go check and see where Mark Aguirre got drafted. He got traded to the Pistons. But we don't talk about Mark Aguirre, who was a really good scorer. He wasn't a great player, but we don't talk about him. You want to know why? He didn't win a ring with the team that drafted him. He had to go join the team that was already prepared. That's all LeBron is doing, fam. Pardon me. That's all LeBron is doing. LeBron is either going to teams that's already ready, or he's talking with his friends and they're deciding to go to the already ready team. That's what's happening. So I don't understand how y'all guys can act like these guys are so great. That's just me talking. I don't understand how y'all treat these dudes like they so great. Do you have to win a team on the team you got drafted to? No, you don't. But by doing that, you got a leg up on anybody talking about greatness. That being said, my battery about to die. I don't have my chargers. I'm dead. I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. I'm gonna go. Motherfuckers make a grip off of them fucking. They make a grip off of collecting the bottles. They make a grip. Well, the Boston team got stacked, but they kind of did it in a fair way. This is what I'm going to say. So they already had poor Pierce. He was already there. Was anybody at the park? Yeah. It was a lot of little. Thank you. So this is what I'm going to say. The kid got promised me. The kid you just saw me talking to, he got promised me. So, shit, I was just about to tell you something. Yeah, so they already had Paul Pierce. Then what happened was Kevin Garnett had been being loyal to Minnesota for mad years. Minnesota's, the person that was running Minnesota at the time was Kevin McHale. So what Kevin McHale did was Kevin McHale helped out Kevin Garnett so he don't go his whole career in a situation where he don't have no chance to get a ring. The exact opposite of what the Knicks did to Ewing. So what they did was they traded him somewhere where he had the opportunity to get a ring because he stayed with them for so long when he didn't have to. He was loyal to them for so long when he ain't had to be. You understand? Just like what dude is doing right now in Portland. He was loyal to the Blazers for how long? And in the minute he talking about, yo, I want to have an opportunity to go get a ring. I want to get traded. Now people are saying he's disloyal. But he was loyal to the Portland Trailblazers for how long? So he just got to retire with no ring because they incompetent or because they just can't get it together? Anyway, say 5%. This phone is about to die. I don't know if we're going to do a live tonight. I'm not going to even say that we are. I don't know. With that being said, everybody enjoy your day. I love y'all. Go out there, do something positive. I'm out.